So apparently, there's this theory floating around amongst Eagle fans that Jalen Hurts is now turning into Carson Wentz 2.0, and well, not the craziest thing I've heard today. DeVonta Smith missed practice with a knee injury, but it's his quarterback missing him against the Seahawks that has me concerned. And A.J. Brown took the high road in an interview clip you need to see from earlier this week. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. You know what I really want for Christmas? How about another big man touchdown like the Eagles ran to Lane Johnson here, the last time they not only hosted the Giants at the Link, but were also wearing all black. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much to ask of Santa, but at least the Eagles are slated to play their first outdoor game without rain in over a calendar month. Okay, rain isn't the best excuse for the Eagles' offense and defense so far this season, but it is kind of wild they haven't played in a dry outdoor game since, what, November? It's going to be nice to see some sunshine at the Link on Monday afternoon. Now, of course, yesterday we got our first real injury report, and while Cam Jurgens and Devontae Maddox were both full participants, thumbs up for that, Cunningham, Dickerson, Morrow, Slay, and Smitty all did not practice at all. Now, safe to say, we should expect Dickerson, Cunningham, and Slay to miss Monday's game. One interesting point, though, on Smitty, he's been dealing with a knee injury all season long, but according to Jeff McClain yesterday, Devontae Smith hadn't been practicing because of a knee injury. This latest inclusion on the report is for a new knee injury he suffered in the game, from what I understand. And while we're going to keep an eye on this, although I do kind of expect Smitty to be a full go for Monday's game, he hasn't missed a game all season long, I couldn't help but wonder what Smitty's numbers could look like if he ran the same type of route tree that Puka Nacua was given by Sean McVay last night versus the New Orleans Saints. Instead, Smitty has to deal with being the lead blocker on screenplays, and then Jalen Hurts, of course, not getting off of his first read to A.J. Brown, not only on this play, which we've showed you, but on the final interception as well. Smitty was one-on-one with a corner on the opposite side, had an out route, and look right there, he won. And while the former Heisman Trophy winner is too grown-ups to actually cry about it publicly, he did hint at his frustration after Monday's loss to Josh Tolentino of The Athletic, saying, "I don't even know what to tell you, honestly. I don't even know. The frustrations are everywhere. It's everything." And while Johnson and Sirianni are absolutely complicit in underutilizing Smitty, we can't let Jalen Hurts off the hook too easily. He's keying in on his first read way too much. Although I guess he did accept it and admit his faults to the media about it yesterday.
All of that starts with me. And that's something that I own. You know, that's something that I take responsibility in and I've never shied away from. And so I embrace that challenge. You know what I'm saying? I embrace that challenge placed upon myself and my teammates, you know. And the last thing that I want to do, you know, at the end of the day, it's about what we go out there and do as a team. And so the last thing I want to do is leave that field and feel like I let my teammates down, feel like I didn't do enough for my teammates. That's just not how. This is not how I comfort. I'm not soothed by feeling that way. That doesn't soothe me. So just keep pressing on.
Now, we can talk ad nauseum about the Eagles' struggles on offense. We can review tape ourselves. But if you want a full in-depth dive on what's going on in Philadelphia right now, especially on the offensive side of the football, check out Ben Solak's Ringer article titled, "The Philadelphia Eagles offense looks boring and broken. There are no easy fixes." And it's a long read, but in it, it details how Hurts is evidently a different player on the run than he was in 2022. He's worn a knee brace on his left knee for much of the 2023 season, and while the Eagles have played coy with what injury Hurts may or may not have, it's clear he does not move as fast or play through contact to nearly the same degree. He goes on to say that Hurts looks like a quarterback who's not interested in or equipped to make good pre-snap decisions right now. He's accustomed to pointing and shooting. And Steichen's offense the last year created great conflict for opposing defenders. With an elite cadre of pass catchers, he could do just that, press the A.J. Brown button and pick up 15 yards. And the current Johnson offense, the Eagles are becoming even simpler and even more polarized. This SparkNotes version basically states that the offense is built off of Steichen's previous scheme, but with Hurts being injured and running way less effectively, they're making him a one-read quarterback when he really needs to be free to process defenses in real time and come off of that first read. And the conclusion is what all of us fans have been seeing for the past couple of weeks, saying the worst thing Philadelphia could do in the final stretch of the season and into January is continue doing what it has always done, just because it worked in the past. It's an offense that belongs to a coordinator who is gone, and running isn't working. It's time to innovate, evolve, and improve, or continue to be one of the league's most disappointing offenses. The whole offensive problem is a complete combination of no Steichen, Johnson Sirianni's poor planning, and of course bad decision-making by Jalen Hurts, who, for what it's worth, did technically agree with this assessment yesterday.
What I'm saying is everything starts with me. I set the tone. I'm the temperature. You know, I set the temperature for the room. I set all of that. And I'm challenging myself to be better in all aspects. I know the standard I hold myself to, and I put that standard out there. And so the reality is everybody else holds me to that standard too. But the only one that matters is my teammates. The only one that matters is my coaches. and me being my own biggest critic, that one matters a lot bit as well. And so just challenging myself to be everything I need to be for this team. And it takes true togetherness to win. And winning is hard to do. And you have to accept the challenges of what comes with that. And we're just pressing forward. We're pressing forward. We got a great opportunity in front of us. You can find beauty in everything, positives in everything, and there's beauty in this. And that's why I believe this is just something that we're going through. At the end of the day, we got to go out there and play. We got to come in here, go to work, be intentional in what we're doing, have some consistency about ourselves, and remain focused. Remain focused. Keep the main thing the main thing. Staying true to what that process is for us, and playing together.
Now, of course, all of these struggles have surmounted to Eagles fans comparing the rise and fall of Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz to Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts in this very fun side-by-side comparison that makes me want to rip my hair out. But I'm not ready to get to this level of panic yet. But if they don't start turning things around at this point in the season, it's going to be fascinating to see where Eagle fans are at, say, February 1st, or even going into March and April. What do you guys think? Are you super panicking about the Philadelphia Eagles? Are you kind of panicking about the Philadelphia Eagles? Do you think Jalen Hurts has legitimately regressed? Is he just injured? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to gauge all the replies and kind of try to put them into categories of where you're at versus your peers are at in terms of the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, quickly here, for those worried about A.J. Brown's response to that random fan on Twitter earlier this week, he had a nice interview a couple of days ago and kind of cleared things up.
Yeah, but, just try to just block all that stuff out. You have to as a professional. Sometimes, and we human, shoot, I recently just fell short of that, blocking some stuff out, but that just shows that I'm human and I still have feelings. But I take this job very seriously. And for the most part, I block it out.
Also, when talking about A.J. Brown, it's fun to see legendary running back Brian Westbrook post this video of his son interacting with Brown pregame with the quote caption saying, "I don't know A.J. Brown very well, but every time he sees my son, he stops whatever he's doing and spends some time with him. It's much respected and appreciated, #class act." And while today's video is a little more negative than I would have liked, at least there's a little bit of positive at the end and probably a timeline cleanser for your Friday afternoon. And even though Christmas, of course, is Monday afternoon, we got plenty more stuff happening the next couple of days and weeks. I'll be at my parents' house, and so we won't have this fancy studio and really cool lighting, but it'll still be the same great show breaking down everything you need to know as, well, we might be off, the Philadelphia Eagles are not off. We got to get you ready for Monday afternoon's game, and of course, if any sort of late breaking news, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, the way you can be notified if I have to go live for any sort of moves that might have been made. I'm Thomas Mott, hanging out on a Friday. If I don't see you until after Christmas, Merry Christmas, have a great time with your friends and family, and of course, we'll hopefully get you a win for Christmas on Christmas afternoon. I'm Thomas Mott, this has been The Thomas Mott Show.